¿Qué onda, mi raza? Muy buenas tardes. Today is Thursday, September the 8th, 2022. Here I am. Sorry. First of all, I want to apologize for the super long pause that I've taken. If you follow me on social media, you guys know that I've had a lot of health issues. It isn't serious, but it's painful, so I have not been in the mood to live. Yeah. Eso ya, I'm taking care of that. Gracias a Dios, that's out of the way. Along with that came doctor appointments, so there goes that. I have been dealing with a lot of emotional drama, so on that tip, I would love to thank right now the comadre Stephanie and my comadre Liliana that have really been there for me these last couple days. My sister's always there, so she don't really count right now, but I appreciate you too, you know that. It's just that genuine friends are very hard to come up on these days, and I've just had a trip on a stone that has to do with that, so andaba bien aguitada yo, real heartbroken and stuff, pero yeah, like I said, gracias a Dios, little by little, everything's been just going into place, and I'm in a better place. So yeah, I want to apologize to everybody because I know you're all been asking what's up with the show. Are you gonna record anymore? There's no new stuff up on YouTube. I have been, however, sticking to my Vámonos Recios. So if you have been watching those, thank you for that. I do see a couple of views. I haven't shared links, like I said. I've just been in such a place, like all the way around, but yeah, voy saliendo de esa madre. Yeah, we're in a better mental state, a better physical state, and that's where it's at, right? Yeah. Saludos to my mom. Hi mom, I'm right here. Saludos to, like I said, las comadres. Un saludo y un belated birthday wish to Lobito. Happy belated birthday. And with that, happy birthday to my tia Eva. I love you, tia. It is officially Virgo season. Yes. I myself had a birthday yesterday, so hello 38. I woke up being 38 today. 37 was amazing to me in every single way, so I'm expecting 38 to be even better. My sisters do literally any ticking second. So we're waiting on baby Kobe to get here. So let's keep waiting. Ahí viene la niña. With that being said, obviously I'm here again alone. There has been a lot of changes to the show, as you can see. A lot of people been asking me qué pasó, this and that. All I'm gonna say about that is we had a lot of legal difficulties, and we will leave it at that. But the show will go on. I will continue to give you guys your history lesson here with the comadrebee, and obviously once everybody's ready to go, we'll be ready to go. But for now, everybody keeps saying ¿qué pasa? So I'm here for your entertainment, people. Here I am with my amazing cartoon coffee cup. It's aluminum, drinking agua because está haciendo mucha calor. How's the weather, right? Yeesh. And today's supposed to rain some more, and sprinkling this morning, whatever. Anyways, yeah, for your custom tumbler needs, coffee cup needs, I would suggest you hit up the comadre sandals and steel toes. Gina, she is your girl. I will put her info at the end of the video so you can check her out. She's here in Ontario. Prices are reasonable and work is amazing. Like, what you need is what she gives you. So I got a cup with my cartoon on it. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? Today, since we are expecting a baby, why not talk about babies, right? Yes, I have a story for you guys. A very disturbing story for you guys. So, listen in. The main leading death sentence all babies shared back in the Victorian era. Yeah, babies, chiquitos, bebitos. What was it? Baby bottles, babas, tetas, botellas, bibis, whatever it is you call them. Those were the ones that were causing our babies to die. Though they've been around for many, many years, I will share some very disturbing details about these things. There were many names back then that people would refer to them. Names such as Mommy's Darlings, the Princess, the Shira, and the Alexandria. All four of these names also had an AKA, and that was the murder bottles. So here's a little history for you guys. Some of the oldest bottles that have been on record date back to the 800 to the 1200 BC. Yeah, like a long, long time ago. Those were found in what is now known as Germany, and they were made out of ceramic. At the end, I will put a bunch of different bottles throughout the years so you guys can trip out on what they look like and the evolution that is now here. Medieval era also had bottles, and the specific one that I will be showing you guys was from Europe, and it was actually a animal horn. So un cuerno, le hacían un hoyo abajo and just put the substance in there y de ahí tomaba el baby. I'm telling you guys, that is a trip. I will put that right here so you could be like, yeah. They have also found evidence, guys, that supposedly back in the ancient times, Egyptians also had a bottle. Obviously their motto, or whatever you want to call it, their style. And that one dates back to the 15th century. So from what they have found is que they would boil the cow milk with wheat kernels and make this substance y se lo echaban ahí a la baba so the baby would obviously drink it, you know. And this was used if the mom was lacking milk supply, which a lot of us women do. Unfortunately, I myself am one of them. TMI, yes, whatever. Both my girls, I was only able to feed them for about maybe 7 to 10 days. So yeah, the supply just went away y ahí estuvo. And it wasn't even direct feeding either. I had to do the whole process of the pump and stuff. So yeah, it's been very unfortunate for a lot of us women. And nowadays it's a blessing since formula became big back in the 50s. But for all of us mamas that cannot, it sucks for our children. At least for me personally, me agüité bien mucho because, you know, doing the bond and the breastfeeding with your baby is one of the highlights of having a new child, you know, the nursing. And to not be able to do it, it broke my heart. But like I said, I'm very thankful that my children were able to nurse. Personally, I'm very thankful for all the baby milk companies, the formulas. Thank you guys. You are honestly lifesavers. Because without you, like I said, if a mother cannot produce, then what's going to happen to our children? They're going to starve, you know? So yes, back then, all these years ago, obviously it was not only hard to feed your baby, but it was hard to find what to feed to your baby. Because they're saying here that, yeah, during this time with the Egyptians, the Romans and everything, they found it really hard to feed the baby because this substance that they would, you know, formulate for them was so thick they couldn't digest it. So imagine, está en la pancita and you can't work it, you're sick, it doesn't work out. So yeah, it's just been a struggle, the whole thing, and it's like the little things you never think about. See, and that's why I do these videos, so you guys can trip out like, oh shoot, you know, nobody ever thinks about milk supply, a mother, a baby, a bottle, where they come from, what were they like. So here I am. Here's a little information. Back in 1851, France created their version of a bottle, and it was super fancy, let me tell you guys. Okay, so these really fancy bottles had a cork nipple, and they had these ivory pins to help regulate the flow of the bottle, right? It was still really popular to just spoon feed your baby. So imagine you need to do 8 ounces of milk. You're gonna sit there for about a good hour trying to feed your child. So yeah, the whole invention of the bottle was obviously meant to help feed this child and cut down on time as well. So friends, good job. Now I'm gonna skip down to the deadly, and these were the Victorian era bottles. It had 2 serious names. One was murder bottles and the other one was the killer. With this design of this bottle, it was either shaped like a banjo or a turtle, and it was, it had the lid, so it had the nipple on top, it had the little straw that went through the bottom, and they were made out of either like a tempered glass or barro, like the pottery, right? So the thing with this was that since the straw went into the bottom, that's where all the bacteria would collect, a bunch of germs, and they were super hard to wash because even back then they didn't have the bottle scrubbers like we have now. They had nothing. They had water, they had soap, and that was it. How are you gonna sit there and scrub these out, clean them out correctly? You can't, right? So this was the main reason why all these babies was getting sick. The UK was the ones that had these very popular in that time. They were huge back then, and it was a really sad and unfortunate situation because infant mortality was super high. The statistics they had back then was only 2 children out of 10 would live to see their second birthday. So that means 8 children out of every 10 guys would just pass away because of all these germs and infections that they couldn't fight due to this bottle that they couldn't clean right. So there are all these hidden dangers, right? Because they weren't really sure it was the bottle. They had suspicion, but they didn't have proof. So the doctors started like putting 2 and 2 together, and they started condoning these bottles, telling everybody, hey, don't use them no more. Like, they're bad. They're killing these babies. But they weren't 100% sure how. They just felt that bottle was to blame. So that's how these bottles got the nicknames that they had, which were the killer and the murder. Back in this Victorian era time, there was a really public and important figure. She was called Mrs. Beeton of the Lifestyle Guru. I think she was something like a Dear Abby that we have now. So people would write to her, and no, she would sit there and honestly say, nah, these bottles are good. You don't even need to wash them for about 2 or 3 weeks. They're absolutely safe. They were not safe at all. Like, what are you thinking? Common sense, right? You can't wash it right. You have a brand new baby. You're not going to be feeding them this junk. What are you thinking? Whatever, though. You only have one job as a mother, and if you can't think, what can I tell you? You got early all this was going on. The late 1800s, a bunch of the creators behind bottles, the designers, doctors, all these people started with a new creation. So they came up with the bottle that we know now, the straight up. They figured the other one has the whole straw in there. You have to pat it in, close it, this, that. You can't even wash the bottom. It's too deep, this and that. So tight, the entrance was so little, it's impossible to wash. Let's make something bigger with a more wider top so we can get the sponge in there. And that's how they came with the design that we know now. They decided to skip the barro, the pottery, and just stick to glass for the moment. And they also decided to throw out their suggestion to sterilize your baby's bottles. If you guys remember back when having a new baby at the house, your mom or grandma or tias or whoever used to get them and throw them inside a pot of boiling water. That's what they were doing, sterilizing the rubber, everything for the new baby. So this is where it all dates back to, the late 1800s. So thank you guys for having the common sense to tell us, brutos, boil your stuff, sterilize it before you give it to your baby. Common sense, right? There goes the baby bottle evolution. In England from 1900 to 1950, we had a really popular design that was a banana. They were still, double feeding. So the top was a valve for the flow, the bottom was a nipple. Those were really fun. I would love to have one, so I'm gonna check out eBay just to see if I can come up on one. History is always good to have in your hand to look and trip out on, right? Come 1970s, mid 1970s, if you're old like myself, you will remember these. They were the animal shaped bottles. The ugliest things you've ever seen, but back then they were cool. I had a pink one. It was a bear. It had like the white little face in the front. Like I said, pink. I was a bottle sucker forever. It was disgusting, but thank God my teeth are straight. So that whole, oh, you suck on a bottle, you have ugly teeth, that's a lie. There was a very, very important bottle designer by the name of Samuel Kellett, and he was big in the 1940s. What he did was design 6 different kind of bottles, and they were even able to be customizable to whatever you wanted to with your kids. It was manufactured by the Knox Glass Company. So yeah, you know, now 2022, we have big leading lines like Even Flow. Gerber has a line of baby bottles. Playtex is huge. If you have babies with belly issues, as I did, both my girls gave me a lot of problems con los cólicos. Avant is amazing. I know there's one, I believe it's by Playtex, where they have the actual insert of a little bag in there. Those are really good for air, but now I'm getting into cólicos, so that's something different. But just to let you guys know, that's out there as well. And my personal favorite is Dr. Brown's. The little bottle that has a tall nipple that looks like you're gonna feed a chivita. That one is the best. I use those on both my girls. I didn't even play with the second one. My Susie gave me so many belly issues. I didn't even want to play with Sunny, so I just went straight to Dr. Brown's. When showers come around or babies are born, that's my gift to them, because that for me is the best. They have a straw that runs straight through, but they also come equipped when you buy the box. They have the scrubbers and everything to fit in all the little, you know, crannies y todo, so we will repeat history. So that's my recommendation. Don't hold me to it. It's just my suggestion to you guys. And that is what I have for you guys today on our lesson of history. The deadly bottles, the killer, the murder, the baba. And baby Kobe, I cannot wait to see you and meet you. It's like if I'm having a baby of my own. It's so weird. If you are not my friend, please do so. You can follow me on Instagram, beeasy91744. I am also on Facebook, La Comadrebee. And on YouTube, find me under Becky Lopez. The logo is a beehive. I also have an email, is tucomadrebee@gmail.com. If you're trying to get a hold of me, do so. It's very easy. I have been super busy, although I haven't been busy here. So last weekend I had a photo shoot at a car show. I have a little video out, a clip. If you haven't seen it, check it out because it is so amazing. I am very proud of myself. On YouTube, I have loaded a bunch of videos too. I have Marilyn Monroe's grave. Susie did that one. I have Betty Page's grave. We went to McFarland from The Running with Kevin Costner. Yeah, we got that one. I have a video of the day I was a model for City Lokes. So check them all out. Like I always say, my videos will give you something to either laugh about, cry about, but definitely something to talk about. So check it out, guys. I will definitely be uploading more stuff because you know that the guys do not stop, and neither do I. I am in a contest right now also, so if you are watching my social media, you know that. It is called Face of Horror. Exactly what it sounds like. So it is a contest which first place will give me an actual role in a scary movie. Second place will give me $13,000, which I would use to buy a house. And the third and final place is a stay at a location of your choice where they have filmed a haunted or scary or whatever movie before. So with that being said, please vote for me. Do not vote for Pedro. Vote for me. Because I either want to be a star, I can actually go for a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Okay, no, but still. Or I can definitely use the down payment for a house. Or I will be staying at the Stanley Hotel. I will go find them twins and I will play with them. Like for reals. That's what I've been working on. If you've seen, Los Años has merch out for sale now. So get with me, La Comadrebee, get a good price. The sizes run from small all the way to 4X, 5X on special order. So we got you covered, guys. We ship anywhere. Tell them you got it from me, La Comadrebee. And I have also been posting a lot of mis tiliches. If you guys have seen that, let me explain to you what it is. I myself am opening my novelty store, home decor novelty, and they're all hand pieces made by me. So I am mixing the best of both worlds, which are my daily spooky with my Mexicultura. As you can see, I'm a fan of both, so why not sell a little bit of everything, right? I do not mass produce, so the hand pieces that I'm making, I will be loading and selling. I don't have a website either, so el primero que se apunte y diga yo, páguenme and I will ship your stuff. I will meet you, whatever it is you want to do. That's what Mis Tiliches is about. Support me as a small local business, guys. I appreciate it. Muchas gracias for your time. Like always, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you taking the time to check me out today, and I will see you in a couple of days because like I've mentioned before, summer is not over yet. So I have a few topics I wanted to cover with you guys. So hasta el rato, les mando un abrazo y un beso, and see you guys later.